I just moved from right in front of something else over across the street to this beautiful mural that I wanted to capture in the video. And I had to do that because there's just so much city noise. I'm not used to this. I guess our city is coming alive now that the vaccines are out. And I'm happy to say I'm fully vaccinated, so yay! So go get your vaccination and feel good. With that said, Bienvenidos a Besos de NYC. As you know, I support small businesses, artists, and entrepreneurs, and the culture of NYC. And secondfold, I am celebrating and elevating people of color. Today, we are going to be meeting Doug Grater, who is the owner of Something Else. It's a cute little shop here in Brooklyn, in the neighborhood of Park Slope, which is, I will tell you about Park Slope in a second, but let's talk about Something Else. Something Else is a cute little shop. It's like something that you hear about word of mouth, right? It's very high quality, very everything you're looking for in a shopping experience, whether it's the music, whether it's the quality of the product, the staff. You can tell that Doug puts all his passion and everything he has into everything he does. Is well thought out for Something Else. So you can just tell it's a wonderful experience. And you know, when you come to Park Slope, you can walk down Fifth Ave, take a stroll down, check out the other little shops, maybe go to a restaurant. Maybe you want to head out over to Mexico. Check out Calexico, which is a little Mexican restaurant. You can get some carnitas tacos, fish tacos, and a nice margarita. Or you can head over, maybe you feel like going to the south of France. Walk on up to Winemaker. Alexandra and her family there support only women winemakers. So you can feel really good about that. And then after that, maybe you want to take a stroll and go off onto some of the side streets. Park Slope is known for its historic brownstones. So in the end, when you come to check out Something Else, and you're gonna get a lot to do here in Park Slope. So I'll leave you with one last tidbit, which is what I love about Something Else is that Doug, collaborates and works with other small entrepreneurs, small businesses. So a lot of the products that he carries are by local businesses. The other highlight I wanted to give you was Doug was written up along with his landlords in an article in April 2021, which is, yes, there are good landlords in New York, in the New York Times. And it was talking about how small landlords are finding creative ways to be supportive of their tenants, these small businesses, because they've been hit so hard by COVID. So it's all a great story. I hope you enjoyed meeting Doug and that you make it out to Park Slope and check out Something Else soon. With that said, let's go meet Doug.
What makes Something Else unique and what is it about? That's an interesting question because we're a lot of things and we're always changing. I think at the present moment, we are what I like to call a lifestyle shop anchored by fashion, mostly clothing obviously, but we're a lot more than that. We're a general store of coolness, I like to say. It's a place where you can come in and you can get a wardrobe, you can buy things for your home, candles, antiques, a lot of giftable items, puzzles, anything that fits your lifestyle will sell. How did I decide to become a shop owner? Well, I didn't really have a decision. I had a father that was a shop owner who pretty much made me a shop owner. So I started in the family business and thank God I really enjoyed it. I've had a store with my dad for about 15 years. And at some point I branched out and did my own thing. I wanted to come down to downtown Brooklyn. I felt it was a different customer base. And I opened my own stores right here in downtown Brooklyn. Why did I open my stores in Brooklyn? Well, I live in Brooklyn. I actually grew up in Manhattan. Our originally family store was in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn. And through the years, I discovered downtown Brooklyn, mostly what they call brownstone Brooklyn, and fell in love with it. It was everything about New York City that I loved and everything I didn't love when you compare it to Manhattan where I lived. So I just really wanted to kind of lay down my business in these neighborhoods and grow with it. I got in early and I was able to establish my footprint here back in 2005, and I feel like we've become an institution here in downtown Brooklyn. It's funny, a lot of people look at me and I'm very basic. I'm a t-shirt guy and jeans, and honestly, I probably couldn't dress any of our customers head to toe, but what I can do is find items that they put together. At the end of the day, I love selling things. I love putting together products and blending them together. But I'm not a fashionista, I'm a merchant. And that's where my true love comes from, is finding items, putting them on tables and watching how the customers react to it. I just have an eye for what has worked for us in the past and what looks fresh. And I have a very good knack of just trying new things. I'm not scared of marking things down if they don't work. I'm always looking for the next thing, and that's what I love about this business. It's really item driven, and it's based on what our customers are wearing. I observe what they say they're wearing, and that's what I really love. I love when a customer puts together an outfit, walks to the register, and has a big smile on their face. That's the pure beauty of our business. And that's another reason why we succeed, is we're not out there to make a buck. We're out there to create an experience and be pretty much the fabric of this city is shopping. And that's why we fight to stay alive every day, is we want to continue to be here and be part of this culture. Take a little tour and I'll show you really quickly some of my favorite walls, and I call them like little departments. This I just started. This is my book wall, but really technically it's all photography books, a lot of it New York anchored, recipes and things like that. It's something that you would buy that you would never think in the world that you would wake up that morning and think that existed. You'll put it on your coffee table, you'll keep it on a shelf. It'll put a smile on your face every time. And right over here is what I call the mercantile. This is something where I wanted to replicate sort of like a general store feeling. So that's why I call it the mercantile. Candles and coasters. These are old 1970s postcards, all vintage items, more books, games, puzzles, great stationery. Just a curated general store of real fun, fashionable, cool items that I think you would pick up and just want in your life for one reason or another. And then the thing that I just introduced is called the Something Else Grocery. It's a curated mini little grocery section. Things like uncured bacon jam and peanut butter. And this is real fun. This is like a little hot sauce variety pack. You can buy that for your barbecues, and like ice cube trays and whiskey glasses. And this is Brooklyn Bites. A lot of these are Brooklyn companies. This is a little crunchy chocolate pretzels. This is pretty much like a little fun market. And we just feel like if you're in our store and you're experiencing it, you don't want to leave. And these are things that you probably would never look at twice in your big marketplaces. We feel like you'll slow down here and really take some time to introduce uncured bacon jam into your life when you would never even think about it before. T-shirts have become a very big business because we're in Park Slope and everyone's got 2 kids, I think. So we started off a few years ago with some basic shirts, and it's grown into a really mini little department of real fun T-shirts. Wild things like Breaking Bad and a lot of Brooklyn tees, things like this, ages 2 to 12. We call them our mini hipsters in training. And this has been an incredible business for us. We even do some cool books, coloring books about artists like Keith Haring. And this is a Brooklyn coloring book of 36 places where they can color in brownstones and things like that. So this is a real fun thing. We find a lot of tourists come in here. Grandparents buy all their kids little T-shirts. And this is a fun department. We love this one. one thing I always look for is businesses made in Brooklyn. I love that. So companies like this, Oh Dudes is right here in Bushwick. A lot of this t-shirt companies like I was showing you before are made here in the Brooklyn Navy Yard. A lot of small business. I'm actually working with a local designer here, and we're putting together a nice women's line for the spring. I saw her wearing a shirt once and I admired it. She goes, I make it. So we created our own line that's coming here for the spring for the first time. At the same point, I have a history of working with major brands when I had more stores. Big brands such as Patagonia and Levi's and Woolrich. So I feel like we're the only, I think we are the only store pretty much that combines major brands on the same shelves with independent brands. And that's what makes us so different than anyone else, is that you can pick up a major brand like a Patagonia and then pair it off with a little t-shirt from a guy who makes it out of a studio in Bushwick. And that curation has really added to the experience of what we put out. Experiences during the COVID season and how we overcame it was, you know, the day we were closed down, I knew there was going to be a major challenge. And for me, it's either fight or flight. And I decided the first day to fight. What I did more than anything was change stores. I was able to grab this store here on 5th Avenue in Union and create a new lease here, which was a much better location for us. So during COVID, I built this store out. And then I just made it a plan that this is not a 1 month or a 2 month. This is probably a 10-year plan. And if you're going to stay in business, this year is going to be extremely challenging. I feel like I'm going to be in business for 50 years throughout my career. So it's pretty much 1 year out of my life. And you know, I think in the big picture, it's not a lot. So, you know, you fight, you keep your stores relevant, you try to keep happy, you learn patience, and you have a lot of faith that things will change in the next year or so, and we'll get back to where we were, and that's pretty much our goal. We had a really good experience with the PPP program. We got 2 rounds of funding, and that added, you know, that pocketed our bank accounts in a way where we were able to sustain this lack of sales and closures and pay our employees and help pay our rent. I mean, it was an incredible experience. Without it, I don't know if we'd be talking right now. My advice to other small business owners is be patient. If you're surviving now and you believe in your product and you made money before, then stay in the pocket, you know? Work smart. Be in contact with your customers any way you can through Instagram or Facebook. Always improve, because every day is tougher anyway. And just have faith that in the next few months, things will open up and we'll get back to doing business. That's the only approach you can have.
Thanks so much for interviewing with me, Doug.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I really hope you make it out to visit something else in Park Slope. The neighborhood is amazing. I know that any information we touched on in this video, I'm providing a link for you down below in the description of the video. So don't hesitate to go check it out there. You'll be able to find information on the restaurants and on the article in the New York Times about Doug and his wonderful landlords. And otherwise, you know, I hope to see you soon. Please check out my other videos. Subscribe, hit the bell so that you'll be alerted to when I upload new videos. And I'll see you la próxima vez. This is Patricia Wedding, sending you besos de NYC. Is known for. So, as you know, Besos de NYC is here to support small businesses, artists, and entrepreneurs.